Have you ever just had the urge to go somewhere, like out of nowhere in your mind and heart, you've been handed an opportunity and feel like you just need to go with it? Well, I was recently invited out to Colorado from a childhood friend, and while I spend most of my travels in western North Carolina, I've always wanted to spend more time out west, and this felt like an opportunity I couldn't say no to. I didn't have a ton of time on my hands. It was going to be 2 days of driving and then 2 days in the Rocky Mountains, and then 2 days driving back. So, more time driving than actually exploring. But I just had this feeling, I'm like, you know what? Like on paper, this seems like a waste of time, but if I don't do these things, then I won't do them. So screw it.
What's going on, everyone? Morning. A little bit tired right now. We got started at about 5, a little past 5 a.m. this morning, just to make sure that we get our destination in Missouri at a reasonable hour tonight. Skylar was with me for the first half an hour or so, and then I guess I drive a little too slow for her. I don't know. Just a little fly fishing spot that I've always wanted to hit. Nothing crazy. It's, right off the main road, driving through the Smokies, but I see fly fishermen out there all the time, and I figured, you know what, that'd be a nice way to break up today's drive. Just kind of stop, eat lunch, get the fly wet, see if we can catch us a rainbow trout or something like that. So anyways, it's like a fun day of driving. Next stop, the Smokies. Beautiful drive. It looked a little stormy when we were driving in, but the sun came out just as we entered the Blue Ridge Parkway. Of course, we got a ton of moto dudes, like always. But good God Almighty, I tell you what, man, this drive is so pretty. You have this idea of a shot, and then you get the camera out and you're like, yeah, let's take it, and then it just looks nothing like how you imagined. Very humbling. You're like, oh, I actually suck. That's right.
Skylar and I found a nice little spot on the bank of the Oconaluftee River for lunch. She spent most of her time capturing reference photos for some upcoming illustrations she's working on, and I pretty much stayed in stream the whole time. I had 2 trout flash on me, which was exciting, but nothing in the net. This river is such a beautiful representation of what it's like being in the Smokies, surrounded by deep forests and moss-covered cascades. The only word that comes to mind is fairy tale. Truth be told, as soon as we stepped out of the spot, I decided this would be our go-to rest stop moving forward. That evening, we drove straight into the sunset. Sometimes it feels like out east we can't ever appreciate a good sunset without climbing to the top of a mountain. While there are plenty of other things I'd rather be doing than driving, I was feeling thankful that the low horizon lines created by the highway gave us the perfect view.
Looks like we got a little weather coming in. Pretty though.
After 15 hours of driving solo on the second day, I finally made it to Denver, where I met up with one of my best friends.
Alright guys, so we just pulled in with my boy Corey. Let me crash here for the evening, and I think we might go look for some prairie dogs.
Prairie dog hunting.
We're prairie dog hunting, and before the sun goes down, and then maybe tomorrow morning
Bald eagle.
Bald eagle hunting.
I mean, not hun, but you know, with the lens. Well, we scared all the prairie dogs away. I think I got a couple of shots. Otherwise, it's a really nice sunset here and a great way to end 20 some hours of driving. So probably gonna go back to the house, eat, drink, Diet Coke, play some League of Legends. I don't know, but anyways, we'll see you guys in the morning.
All right, come on, let's go see horses sometime.
Gladiator. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so crazy how quick he picks up on, like, well, Eric's pointing his camera at stuff, so. Good
That is
job,
too
buddy.
funny, man.
GoPro.
Yeah, GoPro.
The next morning, Corey took me to a nearby park still inside of Denver to a spot where he and his wife had seen eagles before. By the time we got there, I knew it was probably a little too late for an eagle sighting, but was mostly looking forward to spending quality time with my friend and his son. Corey and I met playing Halo on Xbox almost 18 years ago. It's wild seeing someone you've known for so long grow up and start a family. Watching him and his son play around with my GoPro was incredibly wholesome. I knew soon I would be making memories like that with my own family, and even though it's not necessarily my place, I felt proud watching him be a dad in that moment. Before long, it was time for us to go our separate ways and for me to head into the mountains and start exploring. Alright guys, so we just pulled off on the road here and beautiful view, and I just saw a ton of, I mean probably like 20 elk just kind of prancing around in the field over there. So busted out the camera, I just pulled over, I'm like, you know what, I gotta see if I can get a couple of shots of these guys, because that was like the most majestic thing I've ever seen in my life. Good lord. There's like a little ditch all the way out there, and every once in a while one little guy just kind of pops out, does a quick lap, so I know they're all just out there behind this little dirt mound, kind of like putting down. So my hope is that they all just get excited and decide to just kind of run back up into the forest, which is how I saw them running down from the forest when I first drove up. So for lunch, I found a nice little spot along Echo Lake, enjoying the company of ducks, birds, and the soft sound of water splashing against the shoreline.
We're gonna head back to the car, see if we can't find ourselves a mountain to climb. Passed a couple of trails on the way, so. Whew. A little bit of a butt kicker. I knew it would be.
One thing that made me question my actual state of fitness was the altitude difference compared to what I'm used to. Typically, I'm hiking up 1,000 to 2,000 feet in elevation, but in North Carolina, I'm also starting at 1,000 feet of elevation or below. Today's hike, we started at over 10,000 feet and ended at 11,400. So even though this was just a 3-mile round trip, it still was quite the workout for me.
I think we're almost there.
At the summit of Chief Mountain, I ended up sitting down and relaxing for what was probably 2 to 3 hours. The view was just spectacular, especially considering we were officially above the tree line in elevation now. While up top, I ended up making 2 new friends who were also just enjoying the view like I was. And what was probably a surprise to all of us, we ended up talking about video games most of the time, which was actually a ton of fun.
I feel like you're really fitting the picture though, like the guy on a mountain.
Yeah, that's
Cat?
the vibe.
No?
Got the hat, got the stance.
Wait, the sun is really,
Yeah.
it's really getting in there.
It saw the timer.
We walked down together, and to be honest, it was a reminder to me that while coming out on solo adventures is a lot of fun, it's always better when shared with friends.
Alright guys, well we're back to the truck. It's about 7 and change. Our newfound friends just took off, and now we're headed off to go meet a friend of mine. They're camping at a lake just outside of Denver. Should be a fun evening. Just gonna relax. Hopefully they got a campfire going on, and what a cool, I feel like I just made 2 new friends. How cool is that? Anyways, all right, let's get to it. We made it to camp, but instead of camp, we're on a boat. We're on a boat. This is Jake. Camping tonight. It's his birthday this weekend. And
Birthday time.
you guys aren't going to see any more tonight, so we'll catch you tomorrow. Morning guys. So woke up to the sound of pea dogs chirping at me next to the truck, which is really cool. So I got a couple shots of them, and I'm on my way out now. And I just saw there's a ton of birds here in this lake, silhouetted by the water and the sun. So I figured maybe I might be able to get a couple cool shots while we're here before we go meet up with Jake. And we're gonna head up towards Boulder and do some hiking today. So yeah, let's see what we get. Starting to rain.
Hell yeah.
Jake and I met way back in middle school. As best friends and neighbors, we did everything together. He taught me how to golf, and I taught him how to skateboard. Since then, we've only been able to meet up a few times, a number I'm trying to increase by having more trips like this.
Jake didn't tell me it was just straight up a hill. I didn't want hills.
This was my first time ever visiting the Flatirons of Boulder. Our plan was to do a relaxing 1 to 2 mile loop that Jake used to do all the time with his dog, but of course, once we got going, plans changed a little bit.
Right, you're just in woods.
Yeah, and you're kind of just like, all right, like I've seen this stick.
Yeah. There's another moss-covered log. Got it. I mean, I love me a good moss-covered log. I'm not gonna lie.
The moment we came to a crossroads giving us the option to check out the Royal Arch, we decided that was going to be our destination. What was originally a 1 to 2 mile out and back turned into something closer to 6.5 miles of boulder fields, steps, and borderline climbing sections. This was by far the coolest hike that I had done in a very long time. I think one of the reasons why this trail kicked my butt so bad, excluding the altitude difference of course, was the fact that I had 40 to 50 pounds on my back between all my camera gear, safety gear, food, water, a reality that I probably will never get away from while filming, and it's just another reminder that physical fitness is super important if I want to keep doing this stuff.
That's a good boy. It's a nice walking stick you got there.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah. We made it.
Time for the rain.
Just in time for it to start raining on us. Love it. A little cool off period, you know?
That's Odin. Stay there, buddy.
All right, guys, we're on the downward descent, and very tough hike, but very cool. Probably the hardest hike that I've done in probably a couple years, I'm being honest. In terms of like elevation gain, crampage, but yeah, anyways, we're gonna hit the bottom and go catch dinner with Jake's mom. After that, we'll probably just chill, enjoy the night before I drive all the way back to North Carolina. So we're gonna leave you guys here, and thank you so much for watching this video. This is probably like the biggest, you know, adventure video kind of thing that I've ever done, and you know, road trippy, new things every day. So let me know what you guys think, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do, leave a comment, like the video, as it really helps me grow the channel. So otherwise, we'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.